I cuss a little.
Your mom picks out your mom.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably fuck.
Now, if you're no stranger to the internet, you've likely already seen Miranda Cosgrove saying the F word, right? It was all over TikTok and Twitter, like everyone and their mom was losing their shit because, haha, Carly Shay just said the fuck you word, woohoo, that's wacky. He listened to the way she says it.
Probably fuck.
You know, and it's this very lighthearted moment, you know, it's like funny. It's so haha. But I can't even keep myself together. What a lot of people probably don't know is that like 40 minutes before this, she shares just the wildest shit that happened to her.
I go back to my place, even though my place is pretty close to Arclight. And anyway, I went to my parents' house, and then I got a call at like 3 a.m. that somebody had like died at my house. It was right in my front yard, and basically, I guess a guy came, and he was like burying things in my backyard for like 3 days.
So over the course of 3 days, this random ass dude has just been showing up to her house, burying shit in her backyard. Random things like a lunchbox with chocolate, milk chocolate, and let me specify that it was a milk chocolate, knives, and a rope, which are just the most insanely, wildly different things that I can't possibly think of what he was trying to do. It's like he was hankering for a snack but also had some murder to commit. I like to imagine this dude was just like playing an IRL Fallout game, right? He just needed to load off his inventory until he was ready for it. Then he'd come back for it like a squirrel, digging up the nuts he buried in the winter. Anyway, as crazy as all that is, it's the ending that's the best part about this. Or the worst, depending on your perspective. See, Miranda Cosgrove already has security cameras installed around her house, so they just reviewed the footage, which reveals on the final night that this man had been pacing back and forth in her backyard for roughly 6 hours, gun in hand, just waiting. And I'll let that be the lead into how this story ends.
Somebody drove up that had a similar car, like that kind of looked like my car, and I guess he got confused and he thought that maybe it was me driving up. It's just like bad luck. And he like shot at this person like 6 times, and he missed because she was in a car. She drove away, and then he set himself on fire and he shot himself simultaneously. And then later, so I got a call at like 3 or 4 in the morning. This happened probably at like 1 in the morning. I got a call at like 3 or 4 in the morning saying like, where are you? Like, can you come like to your house because someone like killed themselves there? And they were trying to just like put it all together, and they still haven't really put it all together, why it happened or like what the person.
So after this guy shoots at who he probably believes is Miranda Cosgrove and thankfully doesn't hit them, he just kind of decides to turn himself into a human Roman candle. You know, shoot off a few sparks, light it up, and then cap it off with a bang. Which, you know what, I guess we should thank him, because now, since he burned himself, he won't come back as a Crimson Head, Resident Evil style. But man, it's just so wild to me that this was buried behind like a 5-second clip of her saying fuck. That's what people decided to focus on. And I know not a lot of people have seen this, because the interview that this is tied to only has about 1 million views, and for someone that's a celebrity like Miranda Cosgrove, that's super low. Like, that's super low. So not many people know about this. I know it is starting to gain traction on like TikTok and Twitter, but as of right now, that number is still barely hovering around 1 million, so it hasn't gained like intense traction yet. Man, talk about a nightmare scenario. You know, famous people have to deal with like crazy stalkers all the time, like having this person be so close to your home, this stranger that is completely aware of you and how you're moving and at what times to come out and do certain things, and you're just totally oblivious to the fact that they even exist, let alone around your property in your backyard. Just whew. This is why I don't want to be famous, like, at all. It's also why I don't talk about certain internet people, because I don't want to be doxxed by a 12-year-old with too much time on their hands. I value my privacy. Just like you should value yours by looking into today's sponsor, NordVPN. I don't have a sponsor. This is a joke. But you probably should get a VPN that is not a joke. Like, just get a fucking VPN. Pay for one. I don't know. You know what? Since I brought up sponsors, though, what you could do is you could sponsor me by hitting that subscribe button and maybe tossing in a like while you're at it, too. That's if you want to, though. I'm not going to force you. Maybe check out my Twitch while you're at it. Twitch.tv/Sevan, SEVAN_07. That's underscore the letter 07. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Love yourself, or else I'll find you. Anyway, bye. Wow, my voice is starting to hurt. This cold is kicking my ass. My voice is starting to hurt. I'm pretty sure that's your throat, buddy. Throat goat. Oh, stop.